Welcome to our video of how to actually talk to someone on the phone or on your computer. So in order to do so, all you need is this special cord here, which comes in the studio. You take the red and the black cords that have this green on the bottom of them and plug it in where it says line 7 and 8, and the black one goes in L. And then you're left with one more cord hanging out here. It has no green on it, no nothing on it, just one black cord. You can see on the board here, it says aux send 1 or 2. Put in either one of those and you'll be good to go. On the other side of this cord, you'll notice there are two ends. One end has the green and one end has no green. You have some options. If you're calling someone with your cell phone, you could use either this dongle. If you're calling someone from your computer, I'd recommend using the USB dongle. When you want to hook up these cords to the dongle, you line the green cords up with the green side of the dongle, and the one that doesn't have any color on it goes in the side there's no color on it. Good to go so far. This actually goes into the phone that you want to use, so we're going to make a phone call right now, and we're going to plug this into the bottom of the phone. Boom, goes like that. This person on the other side of the phone is just like someone talking in one of your microphones at the studio. It's no different. So their voice is going to be coming into the board. You're going to be able to adjust them on the recorder, make sure they're between the -12, -6 sweet spot. To adjust them, it's exactly like you would do these mics. It's just right here. That's how you adjust their volume, just like the other ones. So nothing is anything different here. You see these little green knobs. Up to this point of podcast, you never had to really worry about the green knobs. All it means is have the green knobs facing all the way up for the mics that you have open in the studio. And the person where this particular cord is plugged into, just have the green turn all the way down to the left. And then that way, all this means is the person on the phone can actually hear you talking to them, but they cannot hear themselves talking, and it creates this weird reverb back to them and hurts their ears. So we're gonna avoid all that. So if your setup looks just like this, and typically when you show up to the studio, these cords will already be plugged in for you, so you don't have to think too much about it. But as long as your setup looks like this, you're gonna be ready to go. So we are actually gonna make a phone call. So if you put your headphones on, and you have the individual on the phone start talking, look at the cord, you can actually see the person's talking voice move. So you see how this bar is moving? We want him between -12 and -6, so just like you dialed in any other mic in the studio, it's exactly the same way. So that's all you gotta do. If you're using a new iPhone and you have a dongle, this thing works about half the time well. Unfortunately, I don't know why, I'm not sure what the dongle does, sometimes it adds interference. So if there's any way for you to call someone through your computer, please do so using the USB. The USB works exactly the same way as this thing. No green goes here, good to go. Plug it in your USB in your computer. Say you want to call someone through Skype. A lot of people like using Skype. What happens is if you go into Skype and you go into preferences, video and audio, essentially what we're trying to do is telling whatever applications on this computer to use this USB for audio coming in and pushing audio back out. That way you can hear the audio in your headphones or in your recording, and the people on the other side of Skype listening to you can actually hear what you're saying when you're talking into this mic, not the mic on your computer. So by doing so, you go to the microphone, and all you gotta do is say USB audio device. Usually it's automatically set to built-in microphone, but we don't want that. We do not want to use the computer's microphone because the board will not pick it up. Go USB audio device, boom. Then for the speakers, use USB audio device as well. When in doubt, just go for USB audio device. And that's pretty much all you gotta do for Skype. Say you wanna use FaceTime. Same deal. If you're using a Mac, you have to go to video and click USB audio device for microphone, and for output, also do USB audio device. You might have to go into your overall Mac settings, system preferences, and go to your sound, and it'll ask for output here, click USB, for input here, click USB. You might have to do that before you can actually do it in FaceTime itself, but sometimes you might not have to. So that's about as complicated as it gets, and exactly how you talk to someone on the phone is exactly how you talk to someone on the computer. Their voice will be coming through the computer, it'll show up on the recorder, it'll be recorded into your SD card, and you should be rocking and rolling.